Hi, my name is Leela and welcome to my kitchen. Today we are going to learn how to make an amazingly delicious General Tso's chicken. So let's go ahead and get started. Once all of the fat has been removed from the chicken, what we want to do is we just want to cut it into about 1 inch to 1.5 inch pieces. Just kind of like that. Okay, now once all of your pieces have been cut, what we're going to do is just place them in a container to be marinated. Okay, and what I'm going to do is just add a 1/4 cup of soy sauce into our chicken, just like that. And then just mix it around with my hands. Coat all of the pieces. And then I'm going to cover it and let it sit for about 20 to 30 minutes. Now while the chicken marinates, we can go ahead and prepare our other ingredients. We'll start with the green onions. We have our 3 green onions, and what we want to do is first just chop off about 1 inch or so from the top of the green onions, just to get rid of that kind of wilted part. And then we also want to cut off the very bottoms of the bases. And then we can just go ahead and cut our onions into small little pieces. Just like once you have your green onion chopped, you can go ahead and set it aside and we can begin preparing the sauce. Okay, now here we have all of our ingredients for the sauce. And what we're going to do is we are just going to mix these all into our chicken broth. So I'm just going to go ahead and mix everything into our chicken broth here. And I like to mix this in the sugar and the hot chili garlic sauce last, just to kind of get everything mixed together there. They're the most difficult to get mixed together. There we go. And now we can just set this aside until we are ready to cook our chicken. Okay, and now here I have my 1/3 cup of cornstarch, which I'm just going to mix with just a little bit of water, just until it dissolves. And we just want to make sure it's all dissolved before we put it in our final dish. So we want to mix maybe a little bit more. There we go. And just kind of mix that up until you can stir it smoothly, just like that. Okay, so here I have all of my ingredients that I need to batter my chicken. I have my flour, my egg, and my cornstarch. Here we have our chicken, and what we're going to do is just take it piece by piece, and first we're going to toss it into the flour. Just lightly coat it, just like that, and kind of shake off the excess. And then lightly dip it into the egg, just like that. And remember, shake off the excess. We don't want too much coating on this. And then toss it into the cornstarch. And then once your piece of chicken is coated, kind of shake off the excess, and then just go ahead and put them on your plate. So you want to do that with all of your chicken pieces. Okay, now we'll go ahead and see if our oil is hot enough just by dipping a piece of chicken in just like that. And it is. So what we're going to do is we're going to add not all of our chicken, but just about half of it into our wok. Or maybe a little less than half. Remember, we don't want to crowd the wok. So we just want to cook our chicken just like that until it browns. And that should be about enough right there. So we're just going to cook it until it browns. And once it browns, we're just going to remove it, just like that. And we're going to set it on a plate lined with paper towels so that it can drain. And then we will go ahead and cook the rest of our chicken. Okay, once the chicken is finished cooking, it should look like that. And then what we want to do is just remove the oil from the pan and dump it into another container. And then we want to reheat the wok on high. Okay, now what we want to do is we want to go ahead and add our sauce mixture to the wok. Just go ahead and add that. Okay, once we see our sauce mixture start to come to a boil, what we want to do is stir our cornstarch so that it's nice and mixed together. And then we're just going to go ahead and pour in our cornstarch. And we're going to mix that in and just let it come to a boil until it thickens. And it should thicken quite quickly. And once it starts to thicken, that's when we want to add in our chicken. So what we'll do as it's boiling, we'll just go ahead and add our cooked chicken in. And we will turn the heat down and just toss our chicken into our sauce. And keep stirring until all of the chicken is completely coated. And then once the chicken is coated, I like to add my green onions in last. So I'll go ahead and just add those in. Just stir them in just like that. And there we have our General Tso's chicken ready to serve.